I am not a monster. I am not a savior. I am the shadow that watches, the voice that whispers, the hand that guides the balance. The wind weaves through the trees, a ghostly whisper that carries secrets long forgotten. In the heart of the forest where shadows dance and the light trembles, I reside. Baba Yaga, the keeper of ancient truths, the weaver of fates, the witch of the wild. My hut, a curious and terrible thing, stands upon spindly chicken legs. It shifts and sways, creaking with the weight of centuries, its gnarled wooden bones alive with the magic of the forest. To some, it is a marvel. To others, a nightmare. Its dark windows, like watchful eyes, seem to see into the souls of those who approach. It never welcomes, it only observes, waiting for the brave or the foolish. I am an enigma, a specter that haunts the edges of what is known and what is feared. Around flickering fires, trembling lips spin tales of me, some wild, others cruel. They say I feast on the flesh of the unwary, that my cauldron bubbles with the essence of lost souls. But they do not know me. They do not see the truth hidden beneath the gnarled roots of my existence. The forest is my sanctuary, my fortress of life and decay. Each tree, ancient and wise, stands as a sentinel, its roots coiling deep into the earth's memory. The wind carries the sighs of forgotten spirits, and the moonlight filters through the canopy like silver veins. Here, I am both, listener and author, scribe and sorceress. I weave my spells from the strands of moonlight, the breath of night creatures, and the pulse of the earth itself. The creatures of the forest are my companions, the wolves, the foxes, the owls. They are my eyes and ears, my trusted messengers. Their shadows flicker in the firelight, their voices joining the eternal symphony of the woods. The villagers see only beasts, but I see souls, souls as wild and untamed as my own. They say I am hideous. To them, I am a twisted reflection of their nightmares. My skin, pale and weathered, clings to sharp bones that seem to whisper of hunger eternal. My hair, a wild river of silver, flows in tangles down my back, catching the light like the strands of a spider's web. My eyes, they are mismatched, one the color of storm clouds, the other a molten gold. They burn with an ancient knowledge that frightens those who meet my gaze. But in the cracked mirror of my hut, I see something else. I see a woman forged in sorrow and tempered by the forest's embrace. My scars are not marks of shame, but of survival. My hands, calloused and stained with the earth's secrets, are tools of creation and destruction. I am not the grotesque figure they imagine. I am both crone and maiden, wisdom and ferocity, bound together by the threads of my destiny. The villagers speak my name in hushed tones. They call me a monster, yet they come to me in their hour of need. The desperate and the damned seek my hut, their hearts heavy with burdens they cannot bear. They plead for my aid, offering trinkets, promises, even their very souls. They think I am a dealer of simple miracles, but they are wrong. For every gift, there is a price. My cauldron is not a fountain of mercy, but a crucible of truth. Those who seek my help must confront the darkness within themselves. I ask them riddles, set them trials, not out of cruelty, but because wisdom cannot be gifted. It must be earned. A mother once came to me, her child burning with fever. Her hands trembled as she offered me her wedding ring, her tears falling like rain on the forest floor. I gave her a potion, one that would heal the child but demand a piece of her own life in return. She took it without hesitation, and as the child's laughter returned, her hair turned ashen with the weight of the bargain. Balance must be maintained, always. Solitude wraps around me like a cloak, both a comfort and a burden. The forest, with its whispers and sighs, keeps me company, yet its silence can be deafening. I am both, revered and reviled, a paradox that leaves me adrift in a sea of misunderstanding. The villagers avert their eyes when they sense my presence, their fear a palpable thing. Yet they cannot help but seek me when their lives spiral into chaos. I am a creature of contradictions. I have loved fiercely, and I have lost deeply. The echoes of those I cherished linger in the shadows of my hut. Their absence is a hollow ache, a reminder that even I, Baba Yaga, am not immune to the ravages of time and fate. A long time ago, a child wandered into my woods, a boy, no more than 10, with fire in his eyes and a heart full of defiance. He sought me not out of fear, but curiosity. "Are you the witch?" he asked, his voice trembling but steady. I studied him, this brave soul who dared to speak my name. "What do you seek?" I asked. He did not flinch. "A way to protect my family," he said. His village was plagued by raiders, his father too weak to defend them. He wanted strength, not for himself, but for those he loved. I gave him a riddle. "A river divides the strong from the weak. What flows without water, and what bridges without stone?" His young mind worked furiously, his brows furrowing as he searched for the answer. Finally, he whispered, "Time flows without water, and trust bridges without stone." I smiled, for he was correct. I gave him a talisman, one that would inspire courage in the hearts of his kin. But I warned him, courage without wisdom is as dangerous as cowardice. Do not forget this. He nodded and left, the forest swallowing his small figure. I often wonder what became of him. I am telling you, it is not easy to be what I am, to carry the weight of power, to see the threads of fate and know when to sever them. I am not a god, though they often call me one. I am not a demon, though the stories paint me as such. I am something in between, a keeper of balance in a world that constantly tilts toward chaos. There are nights when I sit by the fire, the flames flickering like memories long buried. I feel the sharp sting of loneliness, the ache of a heart that yearns for connection. The forest is vast, but it cannot fill the void. Yet I endure. I am eternal, as ancient as the roots of the trees, as fragile as the frost that melts with the dawn. As the moon rises high, casting its silver light upon the forest, I walk among the trees, my steps silent on the soft earth. The creatures of the night watch me, their eyes gleaming like stars. I feel the pulse of the earth beneath my feet, the rhythm of life that binds us all. I am Baba Yaga, the witch of the wild, the keeper of ancient truths. I am both the nightmare that stalks the dreams of the unwary and the gentle breeze that caresses the leaves. My hut, with its chicken legs and darkened windows, stands as a fortress of secrets, a sanctuary for those who dare to seek my counsel. I am a creature of magic and mystery, of light and shadow. I am the guardian of the forest, the weaver of fate, and as I return to my hut, the whispers of the wind guiding my steps, I smile, for I know my truth, and I embrace it fully. I am Baba Yaga,